Let's go to our next guest. He's fighting for the belt April 9th, 145 against Alex Volkanovski. Let's not keep him waiting. There he is, Eddie and the Korean Zombie. Eddie Cha, thank you so much. Chan Sung Jung, thank you. I'm sorry, I don't know if you knew what happened there, and I know you have a heart out, so I won't keep you long, but it's been a crazy day on the show. Bryce Mitchell kind of threw me with a bit of a curveball there, so I'm sorry, Eddie.
Oh, you're good. Thanks for having us. Ariel, I got a special guest for you before we start this interview.
Oh, my God. Who is that?
That's right.
Oh.
Olympic champ, the flyweight champion, the bantamweight champion of the world. And I can't wait to hear you say the 2022 Coach of the Year, Triple C Henry Cejudo from that slippery tongue of yours. And I hope you're listening to me. Fuck snot. You absolutely make me sick.
Are you allowed to come on? Do you have to call your daddy? Are you allowed to come on? I wasn't sure if his daddy let him come on. That was great, Eddie. You just made history right there. That was amazing. Wow.
That's a good little soundbite clip for you, right?
Thank you. Thank you for that, Eddie. You're the man. And Korean Zombie, you're the man as well. Thank you so much for the time. So I wanted to ask him for, what does he prefer, Chan or Chan Sung? How do you properly refer to him by his first name?
He just likes being called Zombie. It's easier, so
perfect.
You don't kill his name.
All right, yeah. Zombie. When you found out that Max Holloway was out, it didn't seem to me like you even were campaigning for the fight. You just kind of sat back. So tell us from your perspective, how did you get this fight against Alex Volkanovski on April 9th?
헐리우드가 다쳤을 때 다른 애들은 캠핑 싸우는데 너는 그거 부르진 않는데 이 시합 어떻게 생각해요?
그냥 당연히 제가 싸울 거라고 생각했어요. 저 넘어 5, 탑5 중에서는 싸울 사람이 없다고 생각했어요.
Yeah, he thought he didn't campaign because he just thought that he should be next in line of the top 5 guys. He's the only one coming off a win. And so he was somewhat expecting it, but he was also surprised when he did get it.
Why was he surprised?
왜 surprised였냐고 이거 확실히 받았을 때.
그냥 그래도 나는 평생을 이 운동을 해왔던 사람으로서 이제 파트샷을 받는 거는 좀 좋았던 것 같고 알도 때 받았을 때는 준비가 안 돼 있었는데 이번에는 조금 많이 그때랑 달라졌어요.
Said a title shot when you actually get the contract and stuff like that. He was obviously surprised and excited. When he fought Aldo, he wasn't actually ready at that time. The fight got pushed back, and he's been training for it. He's out here in Arizona, Scottsdale, and he'll be 100% ready to go.
Your story with Alex, it dates back several years. I remember when you and Jay Park were on my show 2 years ago talking about Alex, and you guys were going back and forth. And he was saying that he thought someone was writing things about him, from your account, but it wasn't you, and was insinuating other people. How do you feel about Alex? Is it personal between you two?
옛날에 제이팝 같이 나왔을 때는 얘가 누가 네 거 쓰고 있었다고, 네 어카운트가 아니었다고. 그리고 니는 너가 볼카nov스키 타이거 어때요? 이제 볼카nov스키가 어떻게 생각해?
볼카nov스키는 굉장히 좀 상대방을 리스펙 해주는 사람인 것 같았어요. 근데 옛날에 제가 트래시 토크를 했을 때 굉장히 막 재밌게 받아줬었고, 그냥 이제는 뭐 저희는 트래시 토크를 하지 않고 아마 에리엘 때문에 문제죠. 에리엘에서 처음으로 트래시 토크를 시작했죠. 뭐.
He said Volkanovski's he was super respectful when they were talking, and when he was trash talking, they were going back and forth. But he said it's your fault, Ariel. The reason why he was trash talking was because of you. Well, so he's not going to be trash talking this fight. He's just going to stay completely focused.
Why is it my fault? What did I do?
여기가 너무 너가 큰 쇼니까 여기서 해보고 싶었다.
So he said your show is so big, he was almost felt obligated to talk trash and start some static.
Okay. I'm sorry. So it's only respect between you guys now. There's no issues whatsoever.
둘이서 respect하는 사이냐고.
네. 저는 정말 볼카nov스키를 정말 좋아하고 리스펙하고 많은 선수들을 이겼지만 정말 따지고 보면 사실 할로웨이 이긴 거밖에 저는 인정할 수가 없어요. 할로웨이 이긴 거가 너무 크기 때문에 사람들이 알렉스를 너무 거대하게 크게 보거든요.
Yeah, nothing but respect for him. He thinks that the Holloway fights were the biggest one where him and a lot of people really started respecting him. It almost sounds like trash talking, but it's going to try to translate the best I can. But besides the Holloway fights, he doesn't really give credit to a lot of the other fights and victories. The Holland fights were really, really big. Is where he feels like he got put on the map of respect wise.
Now, what did you think of his performance against Brian Ortega, a man that you know, in that third round, the guillotine, the triangle, he got out of it. Did your respect for him grow after seeing what he overcame in those moments and in that fight?
오르테가 시합은 어떻게 생각해요? 그 다음에 인정했냐고 리스펙트. 네, 그리고 3라운드에서 이렇게 됐던 거.
네, 사실 그 경기가 끝나자마자 트래시 토크를 하려고 시작하고 있었는데 너무 멋있는 시합을 해서 사실 리스펙하게 됐어요.
So yeah, after he watched that fight, before the fight, while he was watching it, he was ready to start trash talking a little bit towards him. But then the fight was so amazing, he was like, he gave nothing but respect to him.
Okay,
so he stopped. He did.
This is nice.
He decided not to trash talk. Yeah.
By the way, the real troublemaker is Jay Park. Are you still friends with him? Are you guys still close?
진짜 troublemaker는 Jay Park이었어요. 아이 좋으니까.
제이팝은 나한테 뭐 트랜스레이터 한 번도 없다고 제가 다 한 거라고.
Yeah, he said Jay Park did nothing, absolutely nothing wrong. All he did was translate, and they're almost pretty much best friends. He did an interview with the UFC Countdown, and he just mentioned what type of person he is in his life, and he said he's one of like a few guys that he's really, really close to.
That's great. And by the way, I was joking about the troublemaker stuff. I love Jay. He's the man, and he did not deserve whatever happened at that event. So I just want to be clear about that. Yeah. And so you're in Arizona now with Fight Ready, and I'm assuming you're staying in Arizona up until the fight on April 9th. Is that correct? You'll be staying here in America the whole time?
Yeah, he's out here. He'll be staying here, and we'll be flying out together.
I saw on his Instagram, he posted a picture of his kids with like a sad face. How difficult is it for you, Zombie, to be away from your family for this long?
인스타그램에서 우리가 애들 사진 울고 올리는 거 봤는데 얼마나 힘드냐 여기.
내 가족들을 못 보는 게 제일 힘들지만 사실 훈련하는 거의 차이는 너무나 많이 나기 때문에 내가 여기에 안 올 수가 없어요. 무조건 와야 된다는 걸 알고 있었고 뭐 그런 거를 버텨야지 내가 챔피언이 될 수 있다고 생각하고 있어요.
Yeah, the hardest thing for him in any camp is always missing his kids, but the training difference from Korea to Fight Ready is such a difference. There's no way he can't come here, he said. Especially in order to be a champion, he has to come here and train and make that sacrifice.
So could he explain why it's so different for him in America? I'm assuming it's in large part because of you, so this might be awkward for you, Eddie, to translate about yourself. But why is it so different for him in America at Fight Ready in Arizona as opposed to back in Korea?
미국하고 한국 차이가 뭐가 그렇게 틀리냐? 특히 뭐 Fight Ready 같은 경우.
일단 풀이 너무 미국은 너무 크니까 여기는 뭐 비즈니스적으로도 다 할 수 있으니까. 모든 사람들이 모든 것에 전문적이잖아요. 영양, 뭐 주짓수, 뭐 바디, 뭐 자는 것까지 먹는 것까지 모든 게 다 이렇게 되는데 뭐 한국에서는 아직까지는 그게 좀 불가능하죠.
Yeah, he just said everything in general. The U.S. is so big, from the training partners to the coaches, skill sets, nutrition, dieting. I mean, we're literally monitoring his heart rate monitors and just. Korea's not at that level yet, and anything to get an edge, obviously, is just a night and day difference. He said.
그리고 이게 만약에 싸움이라고 생각을 하면 내가 한국에서 훈련을 해도 UFC 나갈 수 있는데, 근데 이거를 이제 스포츠라고 생각하기 때문에 당연히 내 바디가 어떻게 되는지도 다 알아야 되는 그래서 오게 됐어.
So, like, if he thinks of it as just like a fight, like a brawl, and just scrapping in there, then he can actually train in Korea. But now he looks at it as a sport. Where he's actually competing, looking to win rounds. Like we always talk about him is we're trying to win seconds, sequences. We're trying to win minutes. Minutes will win rounds. Rounds will win fights. And so his perspective on competing, fighting is totally, totally different. So there's no way he can do that in Korea.
Will Henry Cejudo and Captain Eric Albarracin be in your corner on April 9th?
Henry Cejudo, Captain in the corner, it's a good
I don't know yet.
Okay. What do you think of those guys? They're a little bit funny, those two. What do you think of them?
헨리가 나는 정말 이번에 많이 놀란 게 헨리가 정말 똑똑한 사람이고 뭐 이렇게 비디오나 할 때는 막 이렇게 재밌게 막 하잖아요. 근데 진심으로 나를 도와주지 않으면 나는 아마 못 나오게 할 거예요. 근데 이제 훈련을 할 때도 아까도 그렇지만 직접 맞으면서 막 도와주고 진짜 자기가 내가 볼카novski 이기게 하기 위해서 진짜 진심으로 노력하니까 이게 가능한 거고 너무 고맙게 생각하고 있어요.
Yeah, Henry really surprised him a lot because we've seen him a lot in camp and stuff like that, Dad. But Zombie got the title shot, and he's been helping out so much. He's been at every practice, every team meeting that we have for Zombie. He's actually doing sparring rounds, play rounds with him. So he's super grateful. He didn't realize he was so intelligent, fight IQ wise, and everything else. Like when you see him on TV, he's cringy and all that, but off camera, he's telling him what to do. He's wrestling, coaching him as he's play spars and stuff like that. So he's a huge part of this camp.
Okay. When everyone was campaigning for this fight, in the aftermath, once you got the fight, I saw a lot of people, including fellow fighters, who were saying like, "Oh, why Zombie? He's only won one fight in a row. Ortega, this guy and that guy. Yair, he should go to Cater. Giga was talking about it." Did you feel offended by any of this? Did you feel disrespected by any of this talk?
시합 잡을 때 전에 다른 애들이 다 내가 싸워야 된다. 왜 뭐 야이도 싸우고 케이를 뭐 이런 애들이 왜 그냥 넌 한 번밖에 안 이겼는데 네가 좀 disrespect하면 기분 나쁜.
뭐 전혀 없어요. 이제는 그런 걸 전혀 신경 쓰고 있지 않고 사실 나는 그들보다 정말 내가 메인 이벤트 경험이 많고 파이브 라운드를 이렇게 많이 오래 준비한 사람이기 때문에 내 경험이 아마 가장 큰 무게가 될 거고 내가 받아야지 받는 것 같아요.
Yeah, he wasn't too worried about that. He's saying like he's prepared for so many 5-round fights. I think he had 8 main events in a row or something like that. Like he said earlier, he was the only guy coming off a win. He didn't really worry too much about who got the fight. But he just felt like he was next in line.
And so with this situation, you getting another title shot almost 9 years after your first title shot, which is pretty amazing when you fought at 163 against Jose Aldo. And I know you took that fight on short notice and you didn't really like the time that you had to prepare. Was there ever a part of you that worried that you would never get another shot at a belt in the UFC? And did that bother you, the idea of not being able to get a proper camp in order to train for this goal of yours? Did it bother you, the idea that, oh man, my one shot was a short notice one, I wasn't fully ready, I was younger in my career? I'm wondering if that was something that nagged at you and now you get a chance to rectify what happened 9 years ago.
6년 전에 시합했을 때 뭐 쇼노리스 했으니까 그때 이제 마지막 거를 생각했냐고 언제 타겟을 받을 수 있을까 그런 생각하고 이제 그런 거를
항상 뭐 믿어왔고 내 꿈은 타이틀샷을 받아서 타이틀을 얻는 게 꿈이었으니까 그냥 계속 노력한 게 그냥 이렇게 된 것 같아요. 그냥 무조건 받을 거라는 확신은 잘 없었지만 그래도 믿고 했어요.
He's always believed that someday he'd get another title shot. It's always been his dream to get another title shot and become a champion. And so he just stayed persistent. He wasn't sure if he was ever going to get this opportunity again, but he worked his butt off and the persistence and the hard work. And, here we are today, April 9th.
Are we gonna, it's so, I wish Venom would make like a zombie, let him wear the zombie shirt for this fight, like the original. Can we let him walk out with the zombie shirt? Wouldn't that be beautiful? Does he still rock that? The original one from back in the day. Ted Park, I believe, was the one who designed it.
Yeah, they do actually. He has another similar design of the original one, but yeah, they don't let him do the press conferences with it. And the media, they'll put black tape over it, which is unfortunate, but let me relay that to him. UFC 베놈이 왜 좀비 오리지널 옷들이 안 만드냐고 얼마나 멋있다.
그냥 리복도 마찬가지고 베놈도 지금 마찬가지고 나는 이해할 수가 없어요.
Yeah, Reebok was the same way. Venom's the same way. He doesn't understand either why they wouldn't create another zombie shirt.
Do you remember when you were first shown that picture, that design, and could you tell us the story behind that when that was first brought to him, the original logo?
오리지널 로고 옷들이 처음 나왔을 때 그게
wow, that is sick. That is it right there. That is beautiful. Wow, can you get those? Are those for sale?
They are. All his stuff is on sale, but there's always like a limited edition, and they sell out real fast. But I'll have him send you one.
No, it's okay. I'll gladly buy it. But where can you buy those? Where can you buy those slides with his logo on it? Do you know?
It's online. 이거 어디서 살 수 있냐고.
그 사이트가 있는데 코리안 사이트가 있는데 어버브라는 사이트가 있는데 근데 뭐 어쨌든 내가 새로운 이제 뉴티어스가 나오거든요. 그러면 이제 제가 제 인스타그램에 올릴 거예요. 인스타그램 팔로우 해주세요.
Yeah, so there's a site. It's a Korean website, but you can actually translate it into English. So he has a new shirt coming out before this fight. He'll go ahead and post it, and then follow Jay Parks. He's gonna go ahead and put it on there.
Okay. Now, what about when he first saw the logo? Does he remember that?
그 로고 처음 봤을 때 기억나냐고. 그 스토리 얘기 좀.
처음 봤을 때 트라이콜 그 회사에서 처음 봤을 때 이게 난 좀 너무 별로였어요. 근데 이제 어쨌든 이게 데나 화이트가 입고 나와주면서 너무 대박이 맞았죠. 지금은 이게 너무 좋아요.
Yeah, first he saw the logo, he actually didn't like it, and then Dana White wore it on a press conference or something like that, and then it just went viral. So then it started growing on him. Now he loves the logo.
Wow, you didn't like it at first? That's amazing. Did you know that Daniel Cormier didn't know about your shirt and I taught him about it? He knows that, right? That I told Daniel Cormier about the best logo in MMA history. He knows this, right?
I did not know that.
Come on.
데니엘 코미에가 이 로고 몰랐대. 그래서 자기가 알려줬대. 이거 아니야고.
데니엘, 와, 보면 안 되겠다. 얘는 야, 이거를 모르는 게 말이 돼?
He's like, how did DC not know about this logo? You know, last time we saw him in Abu Dhabi, Zombie gave him a
Yes.
shirt.
You know why? Because I did my show with him earlier in that day, and he's like, I don't know about this logo. I'm Daniel Cormier. And then he saw you guys later that day and was pretending like he knew about it. And then you gave him the shirt.
Right.
Come on, DC.
Yes.
옛날에 UFC 팬엑스포라고 있었거든요. 그때 나는 이제 이 로고 때문에 되게 유명해져서 데니엘 코메이랑 같이 팬 사인회를 했거든요. 데니엘 코메이 옆에 있고 난 여기 있었고 나는 한 300명이 있었는데 데니엘 코메이는 앞쪽에 한 명도 없어요.
So he said long time ago, back in the days when this thing first came out, him and DC did a fan expo signing together. They were sitting next to each other. There was about 300 people waiting for him, and there was a few people waiting for him.
Man.
I don't know if he's just playing around.
And you're saying that there were 300 people waiting for Zombie, right?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what he
yes.
said.
I love that. I believe it. I know you guys have to run, so I'll ask you two last quick questions. How do you win on April 9th, Zombie?
8월 9월 때 시합에 어떻게 이길 거냐고.
지금 모든 걸 다 준비하고 있어요. 뭐 every minute 다 준비하고 있고 뭐 레그킥, 펀치 카운터, 레슬링, 뭐 심지어 지금 마인드셋까지도 멘탈 코치도 써서 내가 어떤 마음을 가져야 되는지 이런 것까지도 훈련을 하고 있어요. 그냥 어떻게라기보다는 그냥 이제 준비가 된 것 같아요.
Yeah, he's preparing for everything. We're preparing for Volkanovski's leg kicks, his jab crosses, the switches, the leg kicks, wrestling, literally everything, countering everything. He's not sure how he can't say how he's going to win the fight, but he's preparing for everything. We actually even brought a mental coach, Mindset Mike. Shout out to him. We're every corner and rock is being overturned for this one.
He fought Aldo in his prime, and now he's fighting Volkanovski in his prime. In his opinion, who's better, Aldo in his prime or Volkanovski in his prime?
이제 아우도 얘가 제일 잘했을 때 싸웠고 이제 볼카노스키 프라임에서 제일 싸웠는데 네 생각에 누가 더 프라임 제일 잘했을 때 누가 더 잘 싸웠어?
그때 9년 전에 조제 알도를 지금 잘 기억해보려. 그때는 조제 알도를 누구도 이길 거라 생각 못했다고. 그때가 훨씬 더 나한테 좀 힘들었었죠. 지금은 전혀 그때에 비하면은 그때의 익스페리언스가 있기 때문에 지금 너무 편해요.
Yeah, he said 9 years ago, nobody could beat Jose Aldo. Nobody even thought about beating him. Nobody entertained that thing. And he's so happy he was fortunate enough to fight him because he has the experience now to actually step up and win a title shot.
Well, I have to say, I feel like Zombie knows everything I'm saying. I feel like he understands English and can start doing these, right? You understand what I'm saying, right, Zombie? You could speak English, yes?
Yeah, I'm studying every day, but it's fucking hard.
I love it. I love it. You've come a long way. Eddie, you're the man. You're doing a fantastic job, not only with Zombie, but with all your guys over there in Arizona. Again, I apologize for keeping you guys waiting. I know you're stuck in a car over there. You must have been cursing me out. So my apologies for that. You could blame Bryce for that. Maybe you'll fight Bryce for the belt in the not too distant future. But thank you so much. It's an honor always to have you. We actually have a member of our team who is from Korea as well, named Jun, who's working as our director. And so she told me that she understands Korean, that she was going to tell me afterwards if you were translating everything correctly, Eddie, there. So beware. If there were any mistranslations, I'm about to find out. I just want to let you know. She's right over there. She was telling me that she loves Zombie's YouTube channel, the one in Korean. She's a big fan of it. So you have a fan over here on the show.
That's awesome. 예, 검도 저희 디렉터가 한국 사람인데 여자분인데 이 큰 팬에서 유튜브 채널도 잘 보고 있고.
Wow, thank you.
No problem.
Yeah. Go check out Zombie's YouTube channel. He has over like 600,000 subscribers. Literally, it's gone viral. He's got some cool stuff. His latest show right now that he's doing, it's kind of like a bully beatdown. They're actually going from city to city to find who the best street fighters are. And then they kind of do a 5-round scrap. They'll give them $5,000, not to win, but if they perform well.
Wow.
So he's going to city to look for the best fighters in the world.
In Korea.
It's pretty cool. In Korea.
I love it. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Keep it up, my friend, and good luck to you. And thank you for the time, and thank you, Eddie, as well. I appreciate it very much.
Anytime. Thank you, Ariel.
Thank you, bro.
Thank you. All the best. There he is. What's in your head? In your head. Best knockout. I mean, best walkout. Has also had some incredible knockouts.